The severe weather threat is over, but we are getting a closer look at its path of destruction. The twister sat down just south of Century, Florida, and headed northeast, eating everything in its path. News 5's Debbie Williams is in Century, where sunrise will reveal the extent of the damage.
Stay put and stay safe. That's the message from public safety officials tonight as they wait until daylight to see what the full damage assessment will be. Escambia County Deputy Mark DeWeese was in the right place at the right time to capture video of the storm as it started its path of destruction.
I was in a spot on Highway 164 where you could see a long distance. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden you just seen it come out of the sky. It started out small, went to the ground, and then it grew. It got massive.
He followed it so he could radio its location.
It shifted and started to me, and then I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it kind of pushed my cruiser over in a pine tree that wasn't on video, but a whole pine tree blew past my car, and that's when I decided that I've got too close.
Headed northeast, it cut a swath of destruction through downtown Century.
Damaged numerous homes throughout the area, probably somewhere between 10 to 20, maybe a few more.
A large section of Century is without power. Electrical lines are down throughout the area, hampering any clear view of how bad the damage is and making for a dangerous night.
We've got 29 blocked off, and again, we've got a lot of power lines down, you got a lot of trees down, and so this is for the public safety, and so we're escorting people in and out.
Deputy DeWeese got to see both sides of this force of nature.
When you're sitting there looking at it, you could see the debris field around it. It was awesome.
And then the destruction.
It looked like a bomb has gone off. It looks like a war zone.
Just about everywhere you look in Century, Florida, you see flashing lights as emergency crews mark mostly homes that are damaged in some areas that folks need to avoid. And as we mentioned, it will be first light tomorrow when we see exactly the real damage this storm has done. In Century, Debbie Williams, News 5.
The tornado hit Mayo and Front Streets hard. About a dozen houses are damaged, and firefighters had to help out one woman get out safely. Here's News 5's Pat Peterson.
A massive power outage has plunged Century into total darkness.
429, it goes south on Church Street.
Search and rescue inside storm-damaged neighborhoods is extremely difficult. On Front Street near Mayo, flashlights and emergency sirens struggle to penetrate the darkness. The occasional flash of lightning offers a quick glimpse of the destruction. Firefighters went door to door, knocked loudly, and asked the homeowners if they were okay.
What'd you hear? What'd you see?
It sounded like a train's coming.
Crews helped Christine Black get out of her house and find a safer place to sleep for the night.
Most of the windows was blowed out and got holes in the ceiling and everything.
I guess overall, though, you're okay.
Yeah. I was praying. God took care of us.
It worked.
God took care of us.
It's shocking to see all this.
David Black is glad his mother is okay.
Shooken up, but she's okay. She said the house, was shaking real bad. So she was pretty scared. So
Power will likely be out for most of the night.
Get that wire if you can.
We won't know just how bad the damage is until daybreak. In Century, Florida, Pat Peterson, News 5.
Another hard-hit area was Flomaton. It's where our reporter Alan Carter has spent most of the afternoon and this evening. Here's his report.
Well, Mel, the damage area in Flomaton is actually relatively small, but the parts that were hit hard. Just for example, where I'm standing right now, this home got some of the worst of it. I am on the edge of the foundation, but as you can see, it was pushed back. The house, 15 feet, a piece of wood also lodged inside, but when you consider the damage, folks out here are actually counting their blessings. It's tough getting to where the damage is in Flomaton. Much of the roads blocked off by power crews. Beyond them, a pitch-black mess of wood and metal. But with no power, most everyone had left the area. We found a couple of guys removing a tree from a neighbor's roof.
There's a limb down on the house and they can't turn the power back on.
Including Bo Brantley.
They get that tree, that limb down off of it.
He lives across the street and rode it out.
It just a loud roar. And I told my wife, I said, get in the hall and get some pillows. And we got in the hall and covered up, and our head just swelled up. I mean, the pressure in our ears stopped up, and we heard all the rumble, and then just like that, it was all gone.
Evidence of what tore through just hours before. We're told several homes were hit, 2 completely destroyed, trees and rooftops all over the place. But the good news, according to officials, everyone is accounted for. It's hard to look at some of this and call it luck, but when you consider what happened on the other side of the state line, there's no other word for it.
We're just very blessed. Lord's just been good to us tonight. I tell you what, as far as I know, all the people on this road here, we're all good neighbors, and we've checked on all of them, and they've all got some damage, but we're just very blessed, very blessed.
And power crews will be out here through the night into the morning trying to restore power to this area. We've also seen some folks try to return to their homes, assess the damage, but they really won't have a good idea until the sun comes back up. We're live in Flomaton. Alan Carter, News 5.
Thank you for that live report, Alan. And more video continues to pour into our newsroom from Century, Florida. For a closer look, we turn now to JB Biunno for more on our team coverage. JB?
Yeah, Roseanne, here in the Web Center, we've been monitoring the storm damage and the progression of the storm over the course of the evening. And we want to show you video that we just got out of Escambia County, video that it literally just came into the Web Center moments ago. Take a look here. This is a tour that the Escambia County Sheriff's deputies went on with members of the local media. They drove around some of the worst hit areas near Flomaton, near Century, to show people exactly what hit and the nature of the damage that we're dealing with here. One of the sheriff's deputies that was spoken to on this tour said that he had never seen a tornado form as big or as quickly as this one did here today. So with all these reports coming in on Facebook and on Twitter, there's pictures all over the place on social media. Check out the WKRG Facebook page. Our fans have been great as far as being really safe out there and posting some of the best visuals that we've seen all day today. And we're going to have more on that coming up later on in our newscast. Roseanne, Mel, back to you.
All right, thank you, JB. Yes, we are getting some great visuals because most everyone has one of these cell phones with HD cameras. Because of that, we get to see some incredible storm footage from many different angles as it's happening. Here's what some of you captured from today's storm system. Check out this amazing video in Flomaton by Lucy Tharp.
That has got to be a freaking tornado.
We gotta go. It's coming this way. It ain't going that way.
It's a tornado too. Did you not see the stuff just fly out the side of it?
I told y'all it was a nader.
Yeah, Mama.
In this video, you can see a large dark funnel cloud in the background with heavy rain and at least dime-sized hail. Here's another view of the funnel cloud on the move in Flomaton. This video by Dustin Carnley. South of Flomaton, YouTube video shows what appears to be a large tornado on the ground in McDavid, Florida, near the Florida-Alabama border.
Yes, it's on the ground. It's probably about half a pound.
In this footage taken by Lee Knowles in Bruton, the twister appears to be growing in girth. And you can hear the wind howling in this video from Cam Brandy Vowell in Escambia County. Your safety is what's most important, but if you happen to catch active weather on camera, we sure hope you'll do what these folks did in Flomaton.
I'm videoing.
I'm gonna send that in to WKRG.
That's right. We appreciate it when you send it in to WKRG. Thank you for all of you who sent in videos. You can keep posting those videos to WKRG's Facebook fan page. Now, I want to show you a look at some destruction tonight in Johnsonville, Alabama. This is in Conecuh County. Fire trucks with debris on them and several kitchen appliances laid out in the yard. You can see mud and pieces of insulation stuck to fire trucks, a fire hydrant on the ground next to dishes and dishwashing detergent. Apparently pieces of the fire department kitchen in the grass. Now, we don't know of any injuries here, but a lot of glass and exposed wood. There you can see a broken out window, large pieces of mangled metal mixed in with torn pieces of wood, shards of glass, and insulation. Again, you could see a stove and refrigerator on its side. This is what's left of the volunteer fire department serving Johnsonville, Alabama in Conecuh County.
After a very rough day of nasty weather, our chief meteorologist gives you a look back at just what happened to trigger this damaging day.
And fortunately for us, what happened is now past us, a region of low pressure that has moved to our north. But notice what we had just about 4 to 5 hours ago is now moving to the east, so things are calmer. Now look at all these storm reports. These started early this morning. If you were watching John Nodar, he was talking about severe weather in southern Mississippi. In Washington County, central Clark County, reports of hail, reports of wind damage. Mays Crossroads near Jackson, near Barnett's Crossroads, along Highway 29. You saw the video. Flomaton, also near Century, and then eventually toward Fish Pond, tornado damage and tornado reports. In the Florida Panhandle, wind damage reports, and all of these reports are still literally being updated. I just posted a long list to WKRG.com, so check that out. Just one of the pictures of that tornado, most likely a tornado in Flomaton, taken by the Silbernagels. Now, our weather, much better. We are partly to mostly cloudy, a dry northwest wind. We're in the mid-50s. Severe weather is over, and here's what you can look forward to. By lunchtime, sunshine and 60. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes.